93. Ooh wee.
SoundCloud music.
Hey. Man, keeps going up from here. Damn near getting closer to 100.
Yep.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
actually falls on the weekend of your birthday.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I checked.
Oh, you checked?
Yeah, because I remember you were saying that you wanted to do that, but yeah, it falls. That week, your birthday's on that Saturday. So.
That's tight. Road to my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. All right. And welcome back to the place where nothing is safe. This is episode 93 of the Jig Is Up podcast. You know me. I'm your host. Yo, it's Marco, and I'm with...
It's your guy, him Easy.
It's your girl, Miss Nessa, a.k.a. Blasian Mommy.
And man, however you're listening to this podcast, make sure you subscribe, rate, and review, and most importantly, share. I see you guys from different countries, different cities are popping up, different states. I really appreciate that. Keep it going. Keep telling your friends. Tell another friend. And if they like this, if you like this podcast, you know someone else who like it, go and tell them as well. Word of mouth travels, and it's showing on our little stats. So thank you. I do appreciate that. Anyway, man, how you guys doing?
Doing all right. Been asleep all day.
Work.
Yeah, and the rain don't help. You know, well, it do help because I like the rain. But
Oh, yeah. And for our East Coast listeners out there, and maybe down south, all you guys in Eastern time, I know you guys got hit with that bomb cyclone and shit.
wow, I didn't even.
And
hear
y'all
about
was
this.
snowed in and shit like that. And it was really
Bullshit
bad. And
and
like
stuff.
in the airport in JFK, like
Oh snap!
they just had to like put the luggages there, the baggage claim. You got to go find it, like where's Waldo
Yeah.
type shit.
I would be so mad.
Man, it's crazy out there.
Like, imagine,
Dang.
like, finding yours and then just people just being savage and start taking others. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be cold.
That would be
I mean, they can
cold.
still do the same thing when
Yeah.
it comes out. You know.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah.
But is I can't complain. You
Right.
know, we're experiencing a little rain, little showers,
hmm
but it gives San Diegans a little damper mood a little bit. People get caught in their feelings as much as the posts I've been seeing. People like, I want to do shit, chill at home and eat bacon bits and just
Bacon bits.
and watch TV and all that shit. And I'm just like,
cuddle.
And cuddle.
yeah, it's cuddling weather. I ain't gonna lie.
Fuck that.
This is weather. This is the weather where you put the dryer on
Yeah.
and listen to the water hit the roof and you cuddle with your chick. That's like the best feeling. And then also like that fresh freshly dried covers.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you put it on and
Hell
go
yeah.
to sleep with.
What the hell?
Nigga.
See, you stupid. I gotta play the SWV rain song though.
Oh,
Every time it's raining.
or you gotta play Tony.
Yep.
Never rains in Southern California. Every time it
Lying
rains,
ass.
Standing
down here.
outside like they lie, dude.
You fucking lie.
Shit.
Damn, but
I like
oh, yeah.
listening to Beautiful Bliss, Wale and J. Cole.
Mm.
By the way, that's like one of my very, 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 very favorite verses from J. Cole. But I always listen to
he
that.
went off on that song.
I always listen to that, especially when it's like still raining, but the sun is starting to shine. Like it's all perfect.
I
I that shit.
For me, I gotta hear that like when like the sun is out and it's kind of setting. That's like the setting for me for that song.
Yeah, just one thing that I don't like about the rain in the city.
Drivers.
Y'all niggas drive crazy.
Y'all niggas out there driving.
No, but
Like I don't understand. Like, nigga, you're driving, like you're going 75 and you're tailgating this motherfucker. Like you only have like I'll say maybe 6 feet of space cushion. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
People are
You
so
well, you
crazy.
actually got two types of like bad drivers. You have the ones that are driving like that, you know, all reckless, and shit.
Hyperly aggressive and reckless, and then the super
safe.
conservative.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, just do the speed limit.
Yeah.
Have a nice space cushion and keep it pushing.
Motherfuckers be going 30 on the freeway.
Like, nigga,
Oh,
move.
no.
Drive your vehicle.
But with that, like, especially because it doesn't really rain here that often, when it does, like when it first rains, like the fucking
That's the most dangerous.
Like slick, like the
Yeah.
oil, like people are so fucking dumb.
And that's
hydroplaning.
why I'm glad I got new tires. That's, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
My girl was like, you know, she was like, I would come through, but my tires. I'm like,
How-
hey, I
how my
understand.
tires are set up.
Yeah, right. That's real.
I got a front and a rear.
Well, at least y'all niggas ain't got to worry about getting snow tires though, because man,
Yeah.
I used to stay in Illinois and that was a thing. Like
Putting the chains
you
on the
had
tire.
to spend your money to get them tires, or you had issues trying to
That's
get to work.
crazy.
Or like salt. Or like you got to get
Yeah.
the salt and put it in the lawn or some shit.
Oh yeah, we had to do that for sure.
But it's raining, but the thing that's kind of fucking us up is the wind. It's
Oh yeah, it's
getting
blowing.
crazy.
Trees are getting knocked over.
Yeah,
Mission Valley is already about to be flooded.
Dude, like I was leaving. I was taking my mom to her doctor's appointment today. Like right down the street from my house. The car had it been. It was a Honda. It was like at least a 15 or a 16, and it was new still. And the shit, like a tree fell on it. And the back window was shattered. Imagine waking up in the morning, getting ready to go to work, go to the gym, something, and then you see your fucking car like that. I would be so heated.
I would be heated, but I know I got full coverage.
Yeah, I got that gap insurance. I got that gap insurance.
So I got full coverage. So like, hey, Mother Nature, you pissed all you want, nigga. Like, I'm gonna give you some money. I'm gonna give you a new
That's
car,
true.
nigga.
Straight
Dude,
up.
at my job, we have like little canopies over like the eating areas outside for the kids, and it was crazy. So my coworker, D and V, they both went outside, and literally they went outside for like 2 seconds, turned around, and then out of nowhere the shit like it flew and it almost knocked her over, and then like the metal like snapped.
Oh.
And then all of our benches like flipped over. We have a pool right next to our center, and then it has, you know, the umbrellas. That shit flew over to our side. It looked like a mini tornado going on in the background.
Tell you,
It was fucking
Mother Nature is
scary.
cruel.
That's tight.
That's
Mother Nature
not
is
tight.
cruel, like
especially with kids in our building.
and that's why people get scared about
Yeah.
people manipulating weather
Oh,
as
yeah.
a weapon.
Yeah.
I believe it is all man-made. I've always said that.
Well,
Always
you know
said it.
what? We gotta do our Googles
you know,
and maybe
it
start
is-
talking about that.
It is coincidental. We just had that big fire over in LA area.
And all of a sudden it's
LA.
raining.
All of a sudden it's not just raining all day here and in LA, and then all night, and then some of the next day. I'm like, we haven't had that in a while. Like,
But weather
Just a true rainy
manipulation
day.
is just like fire, right? You can use fire to cook your food, to keep warm, but it could also be dangerous. It could burn
Yeah.
you and burn things surrounding it. And I think at the same time, weather manipulation could be used for good. You know, if you at a place like, you know, where crops don't grow as much because it doesn't rain there, make it rain there, crops will grow, right? But if you use it for evil, you know, let's flood these motherfuckers out of their trenches, then there you have it. So I feel that's the reason with science. It really comes down to ethics. Like if you want to use it
that's
for
true.
good or you want to use it for evil.
yeah, as much as I want to hope that it's all natural things, because, you know, like, it clears the air, like, for the smog in LA and stuff, or out here, whatever.
Yeah.
And, like, that whole hepatitis shit. Because downtown, they don't wash all the streets.
They don't power wash, and they're supposed to power wash it with bleach. If they're not power washing with bleach, then you got to snitch on them because they're not keeping you safe.
They're doing it just with water.
Or you know, like you have to use bleach, like to kill that shit. You have to. Like we at my 9 to 5, we have to spray some bleach on the platforms.
Oh, okay.
And trust me, motherfuckers are nasty.
I bet.
Nasty. It was crazy. Like at work today, you know, I'm doing my rounds, and then someone made a fucking bed in the elevator. This motherfucker had like a piece of wood and a pillow. I'm just like, niggas trying me today, Lord Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, man, well, I'm glad that you guys are here. You guys are healthy, safe,
Yes,
and let's
definitely.
get safe. Be safe on the way back, even though nothing is safe. But anyway, speaking of nothing is safe, let's get into this topic.
Hey.
Nothing is safe segment brought to you by moi. Man, I mentioned it before. Every time there's a super big budget black movie, some controversy always got to happen. But the controversy isn't any of the cast members except for Michael B. Jordan. We talked about that last episode. Now, a real controversy has stirred up with the man, Stan the man himself. The comic legend Stan Lee is now added to the list of sexual misconduct, allegedly. According to the Daily Mail, nurses who work with him, and they said that he made some unwanted sexual advances. Now that allegedly he groped nurses in his home, stating to ask for some dome, and walked around naked and wanted to be pleasured in the bedroom. Now his lawyers are saying that it could be a possible extortion attempt. There are no evidence to support these claims by the nurses. And, okay, let's see. There's a lot of nasty old guys in retirement homes and all that stuff. Like, old guys, they let it be known. They ain't got them too much time in the world just to hold it in together and be PC. Like, literally, dog. When I was at the gym, I was training with my trainer, and there was another trainer. It was this Asian guy training his client who happens to be Asian female. I think she was probably in 40s or something like that. And she's doing body squats. And it was so funny because there's a Vietnamese restaurant right next to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this older guy. He was just walking through, and he was just staring the shit out of the lady doing the body squats. Like, he was you could see him through the window just looking like it was nobody's business.
Yeah.
And then we all looked at him, looked like, nigga, we see you. Like Cat Williams.
Hello.
So he moved a little bit forward, and then he moved, and he thought he moved to a smaller window, and he was still looking. I was like, damn, is that something I'm gonna have to look forward to when I get older? Am I gonna be a perverted ass old man, an old ass geezer?
Old ass geezer.
If I'm single, hopefully I'm not. I'm still where I'm at. If I was single, I'd probably be a perverted old man looking at females.
And I'm like, and I'm not trying to give a pass to Stan.
Nah, no passes.
No pass to Stan. But I'm just trying to put things in perspective. Like, older
I'll be
men,
a looker. I just won't be saying stuff.
I wouldn't be asking for dome. And I'm thinking,
doing all
and
that
for me, I'm like, damn, Stan, you're 95 years old, and you asking for dome, your shit could still get up. That makes me a true believer.
You stupid.
You're so
Excelsior.
I don't like you right now.
You know what I mean?
Excelsior.
Yo, Stan, are you telling me you can still get it up at 95? That is amazing if you can.
Maybe that's a superpower.
That is amazing if you can. But along those lines of that, you got the Black Panther coming out. Is that going to stop people from seeing Black Panther?
Hell no.
Ain't nobody boycotting Black Panther because he want to get some.
You know what I mean? That's a crazy and I have to give a newsflash for all these super woke people who don't know shit about Marvel movies or don't know shit about comic books. They're just happy that the fact that you're seeing a black superhero in a major budget movie that is backed by Marvel and Disney. Newsflash for all you super woke people who don't know. Black Panther was created by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. They're two white guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just putting it out there. So act accordingly when you get to the theater. You know what I mean? You see a white person, don't try to start shit with them. You know what I mean?
I'll dig deeper. If Wakanda was in Africa, the motherfuckers probably wouldn't like us. Like the other Africans.
Yeah, like the other Africans. Africans like, oh, these niggas.
Yeah, these are black Americans.
I don't want my daughter around none of these niggas.
It's like, I don't call you African American. I call you black American because you're not African like us.
You are not African. You are not one of us.
My accent was terrible.
Remember, was it last
week?
week?
We were smarter. We do not get caught.
We do not get caught. Was it last week
I
that you were
don't care.
talking about that? That was last week, right?
Yeah, we talked about Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, and the girls. But they were saying that
It was a hoax.
it was a hoax. Yeah, like.
But it was still good for conversation, though. If
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't a hoax.
Oh yeah.
Had to let it be out. You had to come with that same energy.
But just basically, like,
I don't
mean,
take
that's
back
just.
nothing I said.
Oh hell. But yeah.
Listen to
She was
episode
cute,
92.
though. She was cute. Little mama was cute.
Like I said before, Michael B. Jordan can fuck anything if he wants to. Hey,
Hey.
I'm just saying.
Wait, I sent you guys the thing where that one toy where it had the eyes. It was white, a black.
Yeah.
Black
Oh
Panther.
Yeah, it was white
the
around the
pin?
eyes.
Yeah.
No.
Somebody took a picture of
Yeah, I
it.
took a
Yeah.
picture
Disney?
and
Yeah.
I think I sent it, and it was like a picture. It was like it's all
Of the
white
eye-
around the
yeah.
eyes, and we were like, Disney, you have one fucking job.
And they try to say that
It was a flash.
a
from
flash.
The camera. Somebody took
Come
another
on,
picture,
son.
a natural picture, no flash.
save as that.
Still, white skin under the mask.
I don't give a fuck how bright the flash is. It's not gonna turn no black ass person fucking white. I don't understand.
Note to the creator who did that. You should have used the color Bruncietta around that eyes. You know what I mean? It would have worked like a charm. It would have worked like a
I
charm.
hate you, Marco.
So funny.
Hey man, I'm just trying to help people out, man. These streets, man. People out here getting fucked over. You know what I mean? Making bad, tone deaf choices out here.
They ain't trying to make. They just don't want us to be great.
But anyway,
Right.
and speaking of like sexual allegations, the Golden Globes. Have you guys watched the Golden Globes?
Nah, I
Nah,
didn't
nah.
watch it.
Well, I did Google the reason why they wore black.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's in solidarity against, sexual misconduct within the film industry. Okay, I get that. And Oprah had this speech that got everybody all excited.
I gotta check it out later.
I didn't watch the speech myself, but everybody kept talking about Oprah for 2020, Oprah for 2020. I'm like, look, I don't think Oprah wants to. She don't want the. She wants none of those problems.
No.
She wants none of those problems, man. She already owns her media company, which I still think is the dopest name for it. Oprah Winfrey Network, acronym for OWN.
Mm-hmm.
That is so fucking hard to me. You know what I mean?
So dope.
That is so hard.
And
Yeah.
I thought her production company was dope because it was her name backwards. Harpo.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
And that name
She's
was
so
also
creative.
in the color purple.
And fellas, can we just give like Stedman his props? This nigga has stuck around with Oprah for like damn near 4 decades,
Nigga, we was trying to figure out if he's
and
black.
never Stedman with the good hair. That's what he is.
Oh my god.
He's Stedman with the good hair, and this nigga stuck around with Oprah for 4 decades. And never bothered to give her a ring and still get all the benefits. Now, if you
I hate
niggas
you.
don't know, if that's
hate
the
you.
situationship
I cannot right
of a fucking lifetime, that nigga is situationship one. Y'all niggas need to study Stedman. Because Stedman knows his role and he shuts his damn mouth.
He's so dumb. Well, because if they were to get
I
married,
have
she would
nothing to
be.
say to that.
She would have been the one that would have proposed to him.
No,
She gonna
and
get
she
on
had
her
the
knees.
most, and she
Yeah.
had the most to lose. So she probably
And he gonna wave his eyes before they
You
tear up.
stupid.
I'm pretty sure Oprah looked at, what Mary J. Blige is going through for her husband.
Yeah.
That nigga hitting her up for like 100 racks or some bullshit like that. Nigga crying like, I need some spousal support. Nigga, $30K a month. Nigga, give me $30K a month. I'll be great.
Well, look,
This nigga crying because
like I was talking about the whole child
He a
support thing
bitch.
before.
That's what he is.
Chicks getting more than 30K a month.
but there is a double standard because when girls get that crazy amount of child support, girls be like, yes, queen, get that money. Yep. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to Mary J. Blige's, which I still think is some weak nigga shit. Y'all,
It is. It is indeed.
Yeah, it is weak nigga shit. But y'all go to town on this nigga like the Mary J. Hey, when side note, when Mary J. Blige go through heartbreak, she makes the best music.
Yep.
No one likes happy Mary Jane. They like heartbroken Mary Jane.
Most artists, period,
Yeah.
they make great music when they're shit. Usher burn, even though some
The
some
Confessions
people,
album.
yeah, some
Yeah.
people say that it wasn't towards that,
It was his
but
best album.
that
Yeah.
shit is the business.
I still like.
It's like you don't
I
want
still,
people
I
to.
still argue between 8701 and Confessions, but I still get the edge to Confessions.
Oh, okay. You're 80. Okay. I like 87.
It's like you don't want people to be sad, of course. Like that's fucked up, especially if like the words they're saying are shit that they actually went through. But at the same time, it's like this shit is dope though. Like stay
Yeah.
stay
That shit
single,
tight.
stay hurt. Like
You stupid.
And that's
Nah.
why you got yes men in the group be giving them all the drugs and Zans and whatever the booze that
That's
they
fucked
want
up.
and all that shit. Hey, homie, you gotta keep making this fire ass music. You know, like I'm wondering niggas be like, yo, M, you need to keep fuck a revival, nigga. You need to relapse.
Right.
You
need to take these drugs again.
recovery, nigga.
Fuck all that.
Fuck all that shit.
But
That's
yeah,
fucked
like
up.
so
We
people.
need Slim Shady.
Aw.
Yeah, so people we'll talk about that a little bit. But for Oprah, do you think that she should run for 2020? I know the Boondocks, they had the Martin Luther King episode years back. Shout outs to Aaron McGruder. That, you know, now they want the Boondocks to be the Simpsons of black people. Like, oh, they predicted this, that Oprah will be president of 2020. But I do think Oprah has a good chance if she wants to. Should she?
Yeah.
No.
Definitely not.
Yeah, everything you just said right there. Bing, bang, boom.
She probably just look at Barack. Like it looks like he's living the best of his life right now. Like I don't have to worry about the problems no more. Motherfucking
He
hair
don't-
gray
yeah.
as fuck. He
Yeah.
started off with all looking all fucking young and fresh. Now he got gray hair. I'm like, poor baby.
Shit, can you imagine what's gonna happen to Donald?
His,
ain't gonna
what's
have no
orange
hair.
hair gonna turn?
Shit, I don't know.
Fucking Chucky having ass.
His orange hair gonna turn what? What, Nessa? Yellow?
Man, he
I
got to
don't know.
sew in that toupee, homie. He gonna get a sewn in toupee.
You probably got one right now.
Lace front toupee.
Wait, was it?
Stupid.
Was
How
it?
the
Wasn't? Wasn't the
How?
Trump Tower on
How?
fire?
I don't know.
How do you get a lace front and a toupee? Never mind. That's funny though.
Wasn't the thing on fire? The Trump Towers or something like that?
I don't know. I
Shit
wouldn't
caught on
support
fire.
arson like that. I wouldn't support arson like that. But yeah, man, that was my nothing to say segment. It was another subject I wanted to get in touch with. Big Baller Brand received an F rating from another triple B, the Better Business Bureau. But for people who don't know, the Better Business Bureau, see, it's a tongue twister, is a 105-year-old nonprofit organization. So they go around tell customers which businesses are, you know, practicing good business practices. The other ones are just doing a shit job as running the business. So apparently, the website lists over 45 customer reviews of Triple B, and most of them were about the merchandise, the credit cards, taking their money, quickly charging their cards, taking forever for the items to arrive.
Hell no.
And man, the other things that were saying that Big Baller Brand don't offer refunds. One customer was called a small baller because
Wait, so their people called him that?
they call him a small baller because allegedly, because this could be slanderous. So they allegedly called him small baller because he was asked why his T-shirt took 6 weeks to arrive. 6 weeks? Damn, bro.
The fuck?
Yeah, but to me, okay, I watched several unboxing of the ZO2s, and like I think they have a long way to go. As a black business, I hope they get better. I think with more money, they can make better products. I think as far as the marketing, it's off the charts. The marketing is out of this world because of LeVar. But the thing that has to make the brand strong, not only the products, but the play on the court from all of his boys now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know Lonzo's having problems with the Lakers and Luke Walton. I think they asked Luke Walton, like, hey man, why did you bench why did you put him on the bench? And I guess he lightly just said, you know, maybe his dad was talking shit. And I got that power to do that. And that's gonna create some more rift. within La La Land. Laker fan. Which is Nessa. Nessa's a Laker fan, guys.
I am.
But she's not a Zoe fan.
Mm.
I'm a Laker fan.
she a Laker fan. So, and then, but, you know, that also brings to me, it's like, okay, you kicked out D'Angelo Russell for snitching on Nick Young, okay, but if he's talking to his dad about, you know, Luke Walton losing the locker room, and your dad's reverberating and saying it, does that make you a snitch too? Lonzo? Hello?
Technically it does.
Hello, Lonzo?
Yeah, it does.
You can't be doing that, bruh. Now niggas will be looking at you like.
Here's my thing with that. Like, knowing your dad is that type of person, I would tell him shit.
Because
like,
you
hey,
know
Pops, I know how you are, man.
And
Nah,
you know
dude,
the microphones
I love
are
you, but
waiting.
nah.
The
Yeah.
microphones are there. I know Rick Carlisle is like, why are we giving this guy attention? Because he's LeVar Ball. He brings the attention. He gives, like, people like us and other people who are in media something to talk about. And here we are. Sorry, Rick.
But you know what? In the same breath, I would say to try to understand why Zoe went to his pops, maybe for like guidance and some advice. I don't know, because that's probably where it was coming from. Because he may not have told his dad that in the same exact words, like he's losing the locker room and shit. It was probably something else, an issue that he brought to his pops. Like, what you think? How should I handle this? Pops probably gave him some advice and then went to the media like, Luke losing the locker room, nigga.
Then Luke
And then
probably,
Zoe's like, oh, shit.
he was like, dude, like honestly, Zoe, you can't be doing that. Like, you're not even the top. I don't think you're even the top 10 rookies. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting outplayed by Kyle Kuzma. You know, old boy from Utah. I forgot his name. Playing better than him.
I think he's playing the best right now, the one in Utah.
Yeah, he's playing one of the best balls right now. I mean,
you still got Tatum.
He still got
He's balling, but he's on a freaking winning team, though. He got vets right there. Just, hey, you can do this. Lonzo's with a young
I mean, it's
team.
not Tatum's fault, though. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. But in the same breath, like, he has mad guidance around him.
Yeah.
Versus Zoe only got like
Fend for
Magic
himself.
Johnson or something.
Yeah.
Everybody else
Fair
is young
son.
around him and shit. Like, yeah, you can't go to Luke Walton. He was drinking booze while he was playing. Kobe had to fucking check him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, Kobe
yeah.
system. And I think Luke Walton's still trying to run that Golden State Warriors type of offense, and that's not Lonzo. Lonzo's more pick and roll. He's not like, you know,
Yeah.
move the ball,
Yeah.
spot up, shoot. You know what I mean? You got to give him the ball to facilitate. He's like, I guess he's one of the older, you know, versions.
He's more of a traditional
point guard. So you can't just be like, oh.
Yeah, and Jason Kidd, don't ever disagree ever again. He plays like you do. Give it up. Tried to disagree like, oh no, I was more this and that. No, nigga.
Stop.
You passed the ball.
Stop it.
And
Stop
you just did that. So be quiet.
But man, passing the ball, I was impressed by LaMelo.
Mm-hmm.
LaMelo had a nice little dime pass. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Out there in Lithuania, him and his brother Jello, actually stealing on the court, not on the damn,
So stupid.
not on the damn, not in the damn stores. You know what I mean?
That shit's funny.
LeVar was out there, big baller brands, all over.
You know, like as hard as he was playing Jello, somebody probably promised him a pair of shades at the end of the game or something.
It's like, hey, if you make this free throw, I got these fucking knockoff Louis V sunglasses.
Hey, if you
for
get 2 steals tonight, you won't have to steal these shades I got for you.
Girls were like, you stole my heart.
Oh my god.
So a reporter did shoot her shot though. She was like, do you have a girlfriend? Foreign pussy already getting thrown at him already.
Jello got a girlfriend too.
That nigga
Not for
lied. He lied. He said, no, I don't. Like, of course, nigga.
Unless it's some new breaking news or something, because on them little family,
On Facebook.
on the Facebook show, he got a girlfriend.
Facebook show.
And people laugh about
Maybe
them
she
having
broke
the
up
show
with
on
him when he
Facebook.
left UCLA.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm
Maybe.
sorry, I can't be with you no more. You're not gonna
Maybe.
make it to the NBA.
But the thing
Hey,
was, you
some
know,
bitches is like that.
in their debut, they did combine for 29 points out there in Lithuania. That's not bad for a 16-year-old, which that LaMelo is the youngest professional basketball player out there now.
Yeah.
16 years old.
I mean,
I think he's
just by a year though, because most of
Yeah.
those players out there is 17
Yeah.
in the league that they're in.
So technically, he's the youngest.
Mhm.
So he holds that record right now. And
Man, if I was Jello, I'd be killing though, because he the older one. Move, little dude.
You so
Jump
stupid.
them niggas, man.
Man, nigga, you need to hit the weight still.
I was just about to say that. I feel like all of them, they're all like really thin.
I mean, Jello's the only one that's not thin like that. He actually had to lose weight when he joined the UCLA team.
Yeah, Jello's the
'Cause he
one
was
who
pretty
actually
built.
built like a football player.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't know LeVar used to play for the Carolina Panthers.
I didn't know.
Play
that
tight end for the Carolina Panthers. I think he got cut.
either. Yeah, because that was
Sorry.
brief as fuck.
Hella brief.
But hey, man, he ball was life for him. Either it was a football or a basketball. He was doing some ball.
Pause.
His last,
I'm comfortable with myself.
his last
I ain't-
name is Ball.
His last name is Ball.
He owned that shit.
You know what I mean? At least it wasn't like the triple T's, the testicles.
His
His
last-
last name was Texticle. You know what I mean?
He should he should legally change his name to Pause. LeVar Pause.
You so dumb.
Middle name Paul's Ball.
You stupid. Nah, but I'm gonna
Lonzo
start watching
Pauls.
basketball soon though. I haven't watched shit, man.
No, okay.
And people,
So much going
and
on.
people could talk
Wait for the
shit
playoffs.
about LeVar you want, but he had 120,000 people watching that Lithuania game.
Mm-hmm.
A Lithuania game, like niggas, like come on, man, like a EuroLeague game. Niggas ain't checking for a EuroLeague game unless it's the summer games,
Yeah.
like the Summer Olympics. Like other than that,
And
hey,
his brand was all over it.
yeah, his brand was all over. So I'm pretty sure them dudes in Lithuania gonna be rocking them triple B's like it's the thing to do.
I'm pretty sure they had a pop-up shop or merch
had
at the
to.
game.
They
They
had
had
to.
to, nigga. As many people coming in, you know,
But-
like how they do on
Yeah.
ESPN when they show the people coming in the Staples Center.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers got Laker gear all on or standing in line for it. I'm pretty sure.
People talking about they're gonna get a LaMelo Lithuania jersey.
Damn.
Now, if he
Fine.
get jersey sales from like a EuroLeague,
Mm-hmm.
you know what that's gonna do for the EuroLeague? Not only for the EuroLeague, but for him. Like, hey, sky's the limit. Big baller brand. Don't let the. I think he also had a reply for the Better Business Bureau. He was like, "Oh, I thought those was out of the business. The only triple B's they know about is Big Baller Brand or something like that." So he does not give not a single fuck. He's a virgin about caring about anything what these motherfuckers got to say. The only thing I would just suggest, but you don't have to hear it from me. I'm just a podcaster. You got to make your product better, man.
Yeah.
You got to make the product better. You got to find ways to implement better designs to keep up the brand, and then you got to tell your boys to keep balling.
Did they say why they gave it an F rating?
Yeah, because like they were like you. Let's say you order a shirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they charge you and whatnot, and it's taking them 6 weeks, nigga,
Oh, yeah.
to give you a
Say that.
shirt. 6 weeks? Nah. Fucking Groupon give you your shit like in 2 or 3 days, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
like,
real.
Yeah, that's the only thing they need to tidy up.
they gotta tidy up on that, and they gotta. But I mean, Supreme, well, relatively known street brand. You know, I'm pretty sure you hype beasts know all about Supreme. They have the shittiest customer service, but that doesn't stop them from having the hype beasts waiting around the corner on Fairfax and out there in New York. They know they got the
That's-
shittiest customer service, but it don't
Every
matter,
time-
homie.
yeah, every
It's the
time-
brand.
Every
And I
time
think
Big Baller, Brand do
is-
that, when they do a pop-up shop, it's people
Yeah.
waiting outside.
And
just
I think
like
Big
that.
Baller Brand might be the supreme of athletic wear, man. If they keep, like I said, there's some things that have to keep going. They got to improve on the design. I saw the new design for the Zoes. They look better than the original. Okay, I'll give them that. They still got to work better on their presentation and all that. But I think that's within due time. Every business has to grow.
Mm-hmm.
But LeVar's mouth is making it a lot bigger than what the product is, and that's
Yeah.
what people are trying to ding him for. But
I wish
he's
he would
not
have
having
chilled
it.
a little bit on the prices, because I watched some unboxing too about the shoes,
Yeah.
and the same brand that you know back those shoes,
Mm-hmm.
they have their own pair.
And that's similar design.
The similar
Right?
design is like $70. And he talking about some $4.95. Like, nigga, nah, I get these and write Zoe on the motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what
If I
I'm saying.
really cared.
They're paying for the
They-
brand.
Big ball of flip flops are like $300.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
damned.
They
Like-
better be
like
massaging
giving-
my
give-
feet when I walk every
You know,
time.
given like he tried to vouch for like the other stuff, the clothing. Like he tries to pick the better material, but them shoes, man. I don't know. You need to step that up. For me,
Especially
personally.
because I feel like that's the thing that they're marketing the most is
Yeah.
the shoes. So
I think they're making the most from the other stuff though, because
Yeah.
everybody.
well, of course,
Not
that
everybody-
shit ain't
Pop-up shops.
$500.
Everybody-
Yeah, ain't nobody. Yeah.
Got $500 for
You
the
got
shoes.
the celebrities paying for that stuff, but like the
Yeah.
shorts and the hoodies and all that, people
Yeah.
buying those.
Yeah.
And then, like I
shirts.
said, he's challenging the narrative of like NCAA, people going through the NCAA. He's challenging the narrative of how sneaker deals are going to be done. So it's a lot that he's taking on for one thing, and he's trying to build a machine, and that's through financial independence, which I could get behind on, man.
What do you see that you would say he should make as a next move?
I'll say perfect his craft. Marketing, he has that down.
Mm-hmm.
Make the product so dope. You know what I mean? Like when you drop a next design, if I see it on Nice Kicks or Hype Beast or some shit, niggas look at it like, yo, them shits are flame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, perfect it. Get better designs. You know, make the material better. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just perfect the craft of making the product better. And then, therefore, once you make your product better, and then make sure your boys are balling on the court, then no one can tell you shit, LeVar. If your boys out there playing like fucking all-stars in their respective leagues,
Yeah.
your designs, the quality of your shoes and the presentation's looking good, nigga, you untouchable.
Yeah, and if anybody does talk shit, then they would be
You're
hating
untouchable.
at that point.
Yeah.
They would be just
They'll
hating.
just be haters.
This is what I see.
Uh-huh.
I think they should really step it up on the shoe design, right?
Yeah.
And try to get an NBA player to
Sign
to
someone.
sign.
Gotta get a
Because,
co-signer.
like Under Armour, when they got Stephen Curry,
Them shit was horrible.
I'm saying,
And Steph,
but right
and
now,
Steph was getting roasted.
He-
for a
Yeah.
minute.
Steph was getting roasted, but mind you, like
They got
Under
better
Armour
though.
stock is like
Yeah, but they
skyrocketed
got
since then.
better. They got better.
they
though.
did, but they did it with Steph though. they had to get him first. He wore terrible shoes, and then they start getting okay, and now they're better.
They
Like,
just need to
yeah.
get their foot in the door.
Literally.
yeah, like I feel like if he
Literally.
does that, that would really like skyrocket his brand.
And then Under Armour, they also fuck with the Rock, so they got them Rock
Man,
dry
I'm
fit
trying to
type
get the Rama
shirts.
Bull bag, nigga.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I want that gym bag. That shit hard.
That's funny.
Because
I-
he like black and gold. Like that's his favorite.
I've
shit.
never really been into Under Armour, but my sister bought me some slides, so I got some new slides. I would wear them. They're in the car, but it was raining.
I seen him.
They're so fucking comfy. Like I retired my Nike slides because of it. It was so
yeah?
fucking comfy,
Word.
and they were only like $20.
See,
I'm
that's
gonna
kind of
have to get some
hard.
Under Armour.
See, that's gonna be kind of hard before for niggas to drop 300. Like nigga, these ain't even
Yeah.
Gucci. But I understand you gotta change your mind frame. It's like nigga,
Mm-hmm.
like you spend 300 on Gucci. Why can't you spend $300 on like a motherfucker who looks like you, who's trying to
So my thing with that is, I'm all about support, but I gotta
make that product right,
Yes, I
though.
gotta enjoy it.
Yeah,
like
you
know
gotta
what I
make
mean?
that
It's-
product right, and that's the thing. Like me, like I don't use Tidal that much, but I'm glad I have Tidal.
Y'all already know my issue with that.
I'm glad I have
From Mark
Tidal.
shit. Still,
I'm glad I have Tidal whenever a new Jay-Z
yeah.
something drops or a new podcast about to drop. Group chat with the Complex people with Emily Oberg, Jinx, and Speedy Mormon.
Yeah, I like all the insiders that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, so like you get a lot of exclusive stuff with Tidal. So I'm like, all right, cool. I still fucks with
Like
Tidal.
that whole Rap Radar podcast with
Yeah.
Jay. I was like, oh, Yeah.
And you get the visual one too. So I'm watching the visual one. I'm like, yo, this is dope. You know what I mean? So I'm happy about having Tidal get to support. You know what I mean? So We Buy Black. Like I said, it's another website where you go buy a whole bunch of stuff that's black owned. It's like the Amazon
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned
black
that to me.
owned products out there. So yeah, and that's how I feel, man. It's like I feel like, you know what, I gotta support my peeps, but at the same time, we gotta hold each other to that standard of quality.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, yo, because you black, I gotta nah,
Even
nigga.
if the shit whack, nah, bro.
Nah, man, we gotta tell each other the truth. We gotta be honest with each other. You know, yes, men. That's when niggas get fucked up, man.
Mm-hmm.
But
what about with Black Panther? I showed it to you. Did
oh
you
yeah,
see it?
yeah. When people say if Black Panther's trash, we gonna to our last very breath. We gonna say it's fire.
Hey,
That's the code.
there's some exceptions. I
So that's
honestly
that's
believe.
the code.
Nigga, that's been my fucking comic book hero since day one. So I'm rocking with him.
So
Nigga.
that shit's hot, nigga.
I'm rocking with him. I don't care
All
what nobody
day.
say.
Facts, nigga. Facts. On jig, that shit hot, nigga.
You critics, don't let me see you in the streets. I might push you down if you give a bad review.
I might slide you, nigga. I might slide you. If I see you on fucking Hollywood Boulevard.
I'm gonna ask you for a drop, and then you gonna just get hit and don't know where it came from.
No.
Start running around cars and shit.
Give him the seat the God treatment. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, speaking of seat the God, man, check out the latest blog post about how we met a aspiring filmmaker who was following every Charlemagne book stop in the country, and now he's hired by him. So I just gave a little story on that on the website.
Yeah, he did the documentary.
Yeah, he did the documentary.
The Black Privilege documentary.
And Charlemagne was like, well, shit, give you a job. Work with me. That's dope. That's dope.
So is he interning or is he like really?
He's really working with him.
That's tight.
That's fucking tight, dude.
Yeah, I would have thought like he'd be interning right now until he get a job, but to go straight in like that's what's up.
He created an opportunity for himself. But man, here we go. Another one. Another fucking corporation making a tone deaf bad racial decision when it comes to advertising.
Come on.
First
man.
we had Dove, then we had Pepsi. Then we have whatever the fuck else. Now we got H&M out here. And actually this ad wasn't supposed to be seen by people in the US. It was a British UK thing that they had going on over there. But of course, it's the internet and nothing is safe.
Exactly.
In this worldwide.
So therefore the jig is up, man. So
right.
there was a black boy wearing a green hoodie with the word saying coolest monkey in the jungle. So you telling me not the photographer, not the stylist, not the agent, no one behind the scenes would have been like, yo, I think this is problematic. I don't think we should do that. Like I think it's gonna be it's gonna affect our bottom line, you know.
Bottom line.
Because that's how the British people say it. Shout out to our few listeners in the UK. Y'all don't say, when it comes to two T's, y'all don't say t. Y'all say like it's like a weird
Don't you
pause.
have a little bit of Brit in you too?
Yes, I do. Yes, I. Thank you, Ness.
You're welcome.
Yes,
You know,
your boy's part British too.
that's funny. Well, come on, H&M.
Like
In the words of Jay-Z.
Like what the bloody hell are you thinking?
What you thought I would not have nothing to say? Like, what the fuck?
But I mean, okay, so the outrage began, right? So of course, like Snoop Dogg had something to say, LeBron James had to say, and The Weeknd he went on. He already said he cut them niggas off. He cut them niggas off. He's like, I'm done.
From so much money.
He walked away with so much money.
He was passionate about not fucking with that type.
I mean, you could at least like recorded yourself going into the offices talking to them. Hey, take that shit down, man.
So anybody trying to question The Weeknd's blackness because he's a light skinned dude and he's like the acceptable Negro, like nah, he held it down for his people. So
I mean, honestly,
Canadian not.
In our history, light skinned people tend to go harder than our fellow black skinned ones.
That's from getting easy.
When it comes to blackness, I'm just saying. When it comes to being black, light skinned folk.
Yeah, sometimes dark skinned
hold it
niggas be
harder.
sometimes dark skinned niggas when they in that position, they be thinking a little twice. They be like,
motherfuckers want to think
they
logically now.
They be thinking about that check.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let's think logically about this.
I don't think it was that bad.
Let's reach a middle ground. No, fuck that.
So my question was, did the parents approve that? That was my
they got
first
the bag.
question.
The parents
You
took
know
the
what I
bag.
mean?
The little boy got the bag.
No.
They
But
took the bag.
that's what I'm saying. Like, people are so
See,
outraged
and-
at H&M, which I get, but like, no one's coming for the parents.
Hey,
Parents
They accepted it. The little
see,
like,
hey, what if that little boy was light skinned? He probably wore this. He probably looked
You
at this shit
so
like, this is some bullshit.
you're so stupid.
This is some bullshit.
Man,
you're
stupid.
But then, okay, so I was reading. So I didn't really get a chance to see too much about it because I've been, I was at work and just doing other shit. But something I came across, like I was reading some comments, and because obviously the majority of black people are posting this shit. What I saw was this lady said that actually the photos were of the two boys in blank shirt. There was nothing on it, so it was screen printed on there. So they said yes, the parents approved it because it was a blank sweater, but then after they actually released it, that's when they put the screen printing on it.
It's almost the same thing as when they model the shirt and then they change the color on the shirt.
So basically, like, whoever was the motherfucking Photoshop guy, and someone should have oversaw that. Like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
Someone did oversee that. They told him to do that shit.
Yeah, they probably just like make sure the parents say it's okay, this blank little shit, and then throw this.
It's
on
like
there
I'll allow,
afterwards.
and it's crazy because like I'm not trying to be all conspiracy theories and woke and all that shit. Sometimes
let's do it.
I like to dabble in a little black consciousness. All right.
Nothing to say.
So all right. So like I said, his sweater says the coolest monkey in the jungle. Right? Did you notice what the white boys sweater says?
Yep.
It says mangrove jungle survival expert.
Yep.
Do you know what that fucking means? That means colonialism. That means you going out of your way to somewhere you don't belong. And you colonize. How do you survive in the jungle? You get help from the natives. And with help from the natives, you like, yo, I like this land. I'ma take this shit. Run it. Motherfuckers. And you're gonna be worshiping my motherfucking God.
So basically,
and I'm gonna kill all the animals.
Said was king of the jungle, since the other one is coolest monkey in the jungle. I'm taking over the shit. So king shit.
Should have said colonizing. Should have just said colonize. You might as well just say colonize.
Coolest pilgrim in the jungle.
You so dumb.
Or hide it with religion and say, oh, we're running missionaries.
Oh my god!
You want to give people the word of our Savior, Lord Jesus Christ.
This bastard.
Right.
I'm just saying, man. That's how they done it, man. And I feel sorry for all the motherfuckers in Zimbabwe. Have you heard the story in Zimbabwe?
No.
Nah,
okay, so there were colonizers, right, who were exiled from their farms in Zimbabwe. The colonizers got to reclaim their little property in Zimbabwe. And the Zimbabwe people are fucking cheering, hollering, and applauding and singing African hymns and songs and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? You just gonna, not to be racist, I'm just saying. Y'all let the colonizers move back in and reclaim the land that wasn't theirs in the first fucking place? And you're celebrating? Zimbabwe. What the fuck is going on, man? It's sad.
Hello?
That shit is sad. That's like basically, in Haiti. Let's say in Haiti. That's like saying some French colonizers go back to Haiti to their old plantation home and get to live in there, and you see all the Haitians all like "Sapase," all happy and shit.
Yeah.
No. Zimbabwe, you gotta do better. Hey man, any of our African listeners from Ghana, Cameroon, somebody, Shit, maybe Morocco. I don't know. Somewhere in the continent of Africa, man. Y'all need to tell them niggas in Zimbabwe to wake the fuck up. I'm just saying.
You know, I mean, people are slick though. You know.
Oh, they slick, man.
You can use forgiveness as a tactic. You can use togetherness. I don't know.
And think about it, man. During slavery,
it's a new day. We should all be able to coexist.
Like the state of consciousness, it's true, man. You gotta be angry to a certain degree every time, because when you're conscious to the shit, you're just like, yo, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Don't you see the wolves all over your eyes? Like, and I know, like, man, if I ever had to talk about this with Shawty was like, nigga, you want to talk about my Jesus? No, I'm just saying, man. You know, it just made me question things, and it's so. And I just keep thinking about.
I mean, I wouldn't go after the religion. I'll just go after the person.
I would go. I mean, but at the same time, it goes hand in hand. You use that religion to enslave people to believe that if you worship my God, this will happen to you when you die and go to heaven. You may live a shitty life, you know, of being a slave or being, you know, inferior to me, but when you die, you get to go to heaven because you listen to me.
Well, I mean,
but my God told you.
Well, I mean, you know, like everything with words, they get manipulated. So
yeah, so it's hard. It's like for me, as I'm getting older, and it's hard for me to. I'm not saying I know there's a higher being, but like, what should I do? What should I believe? Because it's like most of these manuscripts are handwritten by man. Someone believed that God told them to write this. Maybe it could be the God within themselves. I don't know. I don't have the answer, Sway. I'm just saying I'm starting to question things. I'm trying to add some science to it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you can't deny science. And
I'm all theorist, conspiracy theorist,
and timeline shit. I mean, maybe we should have a conspiracy theories episode and just talk about my favorite conspiracy theories and start talking about them. I think we should do that.
That should be fun and interesting.
About extraterrestrials already existing on planet Earth to like fucking lizard people, hybrid humans. Have you heard about that shit? Hybrid humans? Yeah, hybrid humans, like people who were like. People who had like little reptilians and shit like that, disguise themselves as people, being the Illuminati and the Dark Force and all that shit. The blood sacrifices, the homosexual sacrifice, the pedophilia sacrifice, all kinds of crazy shit. Motherfuckers getting kidnapped and shit.
Ultra.
MK Ultra Mind Control, which is just like Get Out. That's what that movie was about. MK Ultra Mind Control.
It was also about cloning.
Yep,
it's
cloning
a different
too.
form of cloning.
Yep.
Yeah. You see that, Nessa? See all that shit that just came out right there? That's a lot.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
It is a lot, and you will have you paranoid. And I was listening to this other podcast called Atlanta Monster, basically about the kidnappings in the late 70s, early 80s, about, you know, poor black folks and poor white folks just getting snatched up and then end up being dead out there. So it's crazy, like, and the shit's still happening to this day, you know. To this day, people still
I
getting
have certain
snatched up.
theories about like these shootings, right? These kidnappings when they were kids. I feel like that they get mind controlled, and they grow up to be these shooters. And the news always puts out, oh, the parents felt this way and that way. We didn't get to see the parents do the report. And if a parent does a report, what if it's a paid actor? Like,
same thing.
Like, that's my whole thing.
And that's
about
another
it.
thing too. Like, I'm not trying to get on Black Lives Matter, but sometimes about these activists too. They're saying D. Ray McKinnison staged his own way to get into jail. Some people are saying that he's a CIA activist just to stir shit up.
It's deep. It goes deep like a motherfucker.
It's the rabbit hole goes deep, and we're in the fucking matrix. And sometimes you need to take that red pill and wake the fuck up.
That's why, you know, I go back to what you were saying, like, what do you believe? Honestly, believe what your gut fucking tells you to believe. You know, I believe in the religion to a certain extent.
I believe there are great principles from religion. I think there are things that religion that keep us in guidance of being a good human being while we live on this planet. Yeah. But as far as like some other shit, I'm just like,
like some of it saying like follow the law of the government, honor
the law of the land.
Nah, I'm gonna drive around with these bad tags and then get this small check, this automatic pass.
I hate you.
Hey,
God ain't gonna get mad at me for that.
I'm trying to follow the law the best way I can, my nigga.
I'm gonna get it how I can. You motherfuckers got rich by a fucking cut corner, so shit.
Hey, that's another thing. Like, people get mad about, like other people say, "Oh, you got a war on drugs." That was another way just to fuck black people over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you give them harsher sentences than their white counterparts when it comes to that.
Where they get the drugs.
It
Where
does
they
make
get the
sense.
drugs, you
Where
know?
you
And
find
like
out stuff about the
poor
military
ass
smuggling the
people.
drugs.
Yeah, and then you find out there's a fucking CIA motherfucker who's helping out the drug kingpin to funnel that shit. And guess who got the short end of the stick? Fucking free Ricky Ross.
Yeah.
Ricky Ross he was basically like Nino Brown. He's like, it's bigger than Nino Brown.
Yeah.
It's bigger than me. I ain't got the bolts. I ain't got the resources to bring the shit here. All I do is sell it.
Unless you Frank Lucas.
Yeah.
You go to the source yourself. You
The
find
US,
it.
which was
I want that.
which was the U.S. military.
The U.S. motherfucking military.
Come on, man. Jig is up, man. Y'all need to
And
stop
you know
this
what?
bullshit.
I got proof.
You got proof?
I got somebody that worked for the military.
We gotta bring him on to the show.
Nah.
But he had
I
to
ain't
use
trying to get
a
niggas
fake
sniped.
name.
Right?
You gotta use a fake name.
This nigga was in the Marines. He was guarding
And
some
distort his voice.
he was guarding some weapons around the I think the Reagan area, where Reagan denied selling these weapons, and he was guarding these weapons. He was there for the sale, basically. He was like, "What the fuck? I was just there guarding weapons that y'all sold to such and such that you're claiming on TV you didn't sell."
You fucking
Like, that's just
lying motherfucker. And that's another
it's
thing.
crazy with military because they can't even talk
Yeah.
politics
Yeah.
when they're in the military. They cannot speak on
Yeah.
any type of politics.
And
until they're
then
out.
also, of course, you got Donald Trump, Dotard Trump, out there fucking threats via Twitter talking about because I'm spade to spade. Kim Jong-un did start that shit. He was like, "Yo, I got that thing by my waist." You know what I mean? Basically, I got that shit on my hip. You know what I mean? Talking about the nukes.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Donald Trump like, "Well, shit, my button works too, nigga. What you gonna do?" I'm like, bruh,
That's
you
our
trying
lives you're playing with.
like you really playing with like you playing with the earth, nigga. You fucking up it's not only just human lives, the environment too, the water, the plants.
You gonna set us back a decade, 2 decades, some shit
Nigga,
like
he
that?
trying to send us back to the Stone Age. Nigga, the only
Right?
thing's gonna be living is cockroaches, nigga. Like,
Yeah, his ass gonna be underground in a fucking.
and that's a crazy thing because they said of course, the ruling elite, whoever they may be, they're saying they already got bunkers. They're good out there in Denver, underneath the Denver airport, because it's a mile-high city, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, there's a whole bunch of like power plants and all that shit for them to sustain themselves for a long ass time. Like they already good. They like shit goes down. We're going to Denver. We're gonna go in this bunker, my nigga. We good. Like shit's crazy out here. But I don't want to scare y'all niggas though.
Not yet.
Not
I
yet.
think it's too late for that.
Not yet. But man, the loose end topics that I want to get into. Oh yeah, and fuck H&M.
And remember,
circumvent.
remember the dude I was dealing with. I just bought him $100 fucking gift card. I said I want a refund.
Man, they got your money.
Right?
Motherfuckers are going H&M. It's like, shit, man. I need something for the club real quick. H&M be like, we on a 75% sale. You motherfuckers gonna try to get me. This shirt was $25. Now it's $5. Like, man, that shirt's fire. No, fuck y'all.
Did you see
Yeah.
what David Banner said?
What David Banner said?
He just said, he was
What
like,
his
stop.
black ass
He
say?
says, stop boycotting just if you don't fuck with it. Like, basically,
Yeah,
just
man.
don't fuck with it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing,
because
man.
that's what they want. They want us to talk about it. They want to.
Thank you. That's another point. They doing this shit on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing these tone deaf, terrible ads on purpose just to create outrage for you guys to give them free publicity, and then the outrage dies and you go back to buying their shit. After everybody talks shit about Pepsi, who went back to buy Pepsi?
Not me.
Who went back to get Dove soap?
Well,
Yeah.
So, well,
see that's the thing. Like, motherfuckers get outraged. Like, man, fuck y'all niggas.
I mean,
Well, I'm gonna come back though.
didn't motherfuckers apologize or something like that?
Yeah, they apologize.
they-
They apologize, but
yeah.
it's a tone. Motherfuckers is like, we're sorry.
You stupid.
You know, same thing about H&M. We're sorry. That was kind of funny.
You stupid.
You know, they're like, look, we got the black people mad.
Put it
Watch
back
this,
up.
watch this, watch this. We're gonna make them mad.
Apologize, but as soon as I look away, put it back
Stock's gonna go up. If I find out that H&M stocks went up, then you all know that everyone's been had.
Yeah.
So
I think what pisses me off the most is I shop at H&M.
They're close.
Trolling is their new marketing.
My brother shops there. The dude shops there. That's why I got him that fucking shit. Like
Yeah.
H&M be going.
They be having some
H&M is
fly
clutch,
shit in there,
man.
It's
H&M's clutch and it's cheap.
They had to fuck it up. Damn.
Niggas gotta like fuck
some
with
be at
like
Burger
Top
King?
Shop.
Brothers
Brothers
and
and-
Co-Factory, nigga.
Next thing you know,
Don't fuck up. You
Right.
better not.
niggas be looking at other companies like, all right, man, who's your marketing motherfucking?
Right.
Let me meet him right now.
Right. Start walking to them H&M offices.
Niggas gonna start just buying African
I'm
clothes.
so mad
You
that
stupid.
they
Dashikis.
you
Yup.
know. Oh, you forgot to mention how they started changing the different logos. Like,
Oh yeah, the different logos on the young boy, making him like more like uplifting
Yeah.
things. But as far as the white boy, god damn, they killed that white boy.
boy.
The white boy didn't do
Oh,
nothing.
man, right.
They killed. They call him future school shooter or future mass murderer.
That's
Oh,
cold.
speaking of
How does
future-
his parents feel?
Fucking,
Shit.
and there was one that had a Ritz logo on it saying the coolest cracker in the box. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
That's
I-
it, though.
NFL.
I'm laughing, but it's not supposed to be funny.
but the internet has no chill. Like, god
Speaking
dang.
of future, though, did you hear?
No mercy.
Did you see that they had compared? They said, "What's the difference between the little boy wearing that and then Future wearing the ape? What is it? Was that a bathing ape?
Babe?
Babe? Did they get mad about him wearing babe?
No, they were saying nobody cared about that. They said, but what's the difference between him like wearing that shirt and he didn't get nothing on it, but the little boy had that. So some people were saying the difference between the two was Future's a grown ass man and he chose to wear that, whereas the little boy, he was just like, oh, you need to wear this, and wore it.
Well, I mean, we basically broke it down that he was wearing a blank
was
hoodie
wearing a
anyway,
blank-
so he didn't even know.
He said he even know.
So I could see that. But what was Future wearing? Was it Bape? Was it Bathing Ape?
Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
can't get mad about Bathing Ape.
Bathing Ape.
I mean, the
That's their logo.
that's
like,
the logo.
But people basically were saying like that's the same
That's when
thing.
they're motherfuckers-
somebody, that's just some black
that's
motherfuckers
reaching.
trying to connect,
That's reaching.
connect
Yeah.
some shit.
That's a reach. That's
That's a
a
reach,
Dawson
dog.
reach right there. That's a
Come
Stretch
on, man.
Armstrong reach right there.
Dawson.
Like,
Dawson.
yeah, that's a reach. That is a reach.
Bathing Ape been around for years, man.
Yeah, Babe's been around. Yeah, motherfucking fucking Soldier Boy. Haters get mad at me because I got me some bathing apes. Like, stop it. Pharrell wears bathing apes, man. Fucking Kanye West wore that shit too, man. God, man. All right. Anyway,
Sorry.
all right. So loose end topics, man. Wild Card Weekend. Do you guys watch it? NFL Wild Card Weekend playoffs.
I watched the game. I was happy. I mean, well, I watched one of them. I was happy.
All I
about.
gotta say, Cam Newton got fucked up, and they put his ass back in the game.
I didn't watch that
He
game.
got a concussion.
He
right?
got his bell rung. This nigga looked like he took like a whole pint of Hennessy, and they put his ass back in the
Aren't
game.
you not supposed to do that?
You're
Yeah,
not supposed
of
to do
course.
that.
The black quarterbacks, they're like, "Oh, you're good." They did the same thing to Russell Wilson. When Russell Wilson got he got leveled. Pete Carroll's like, "Can you get your ass back in the game?" And I could see it was strategic purposes because like he didn't want an injury timeout and all that shit, lose momentum. But it's crazy. Like you could go ahead and play and still, be productive after getting concussed, but like
Yeah.
that's not healthy.
It's not
Yeah, they
safe
say
at all.
they say a lot of times you don't know you have a concussion or you walk around with one. But the difference between Cam Newton and Russell Wilson, that nigga's 5'11". Cam Newton's what, 6'5" or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Two
Cam Newton's a
something
fucking
pounds?
horse.
Who the fuck hit him? I want to know. Who hit him like that?
I don't know, but Cam Newton got level, and that was the best game in the wild card weekend. Them and the Saints, and shout outs to the Saints because it is very hard in the NFL to defeat a division rival 3 times in the season, and that's what they did. And I remember I watched the Mark Ingram's little Instagram live,
Yeah.
and they brought out the broom in the locker room. They brought out the broom. They're like, yeah, they like, ooh. That's bulletin board material for next year. So Carolina got a whole offseason just to get very, very motivated
Still
the next
want to
time
buy
they
that
play
team,
them.
did he?
I'm pretty sure Diddy, man. Go ahead and buy. I mean, the only thing is, the only people who are gonna prevent him from buying it is the owners.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of older white men.
Mm-hmm.
You know, them nigger jokes will be off the. Damn it, we can't say no nigger jokes.
Especially not in Diddy's presence. That nigga has a fucking demanding type
Diddy,
demeanor.
like they said in the Bad Boy documentary, this nigga Diddy shows up into board meetings with his shirt off, yelling at people and shit.
Yeah,
I can see him doing
he
that
has
shit.
a reputation of being intimidating. So
Diddy going around punching people and shit. Ooh, man, that'll be a sight to see,
but
man.
I watched the Chiefs.
The NFL won't
lose to
revolt.
the Titans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't understand that.
That was wonderful.
I feel. I mean, yeah, it's bittersweet because at the same time, you do want your division to be repped. Like nigga, like
I don't care.
like our. You're like, I don't care. Well,
Because man, them Chiefs fans, man.
Yeah,
I got
I
homies
understand.
that Chiefs fans.
I
Get the
understand,
fuck out
like,
my
but
face.
sometimes I do have a little pride. Like, yeah, like my division ain't no bitches, nigga. Like, it's hard out here in the AFC West.
Hey man,
Nigga, we lost to Tennessee. Come on.
if Vince Young was on the team, I'd be happier.
Man, Vince Young, that nigga
Years ago,
that nigga can't throw.
You stupid.
he can run. He can run his ass off.
That's why you don't last long in the NFL, nigga. You gotta throw the ball.
Guess what?
What?
That motherfucking QB was running on that game, and they beat the Chiefs.
But Vince Young couldn't.
He was scrambling his ass off. Eddie White.
But Vince Young couldn't throw a touchdown pass to himself.
You stupid.
Did you see that shit? You didn't see that play when Marcus Mariota threw a touchdown pass to himself?
Nah, I didn't see that.
Okay, so he was scrambling on the outside. He threw the ball. Darrell Reeves deflects the ball. The ball bounces right back to Mariota's hands for a touchdown.
For the game-winning touchdown, right?
Nah, not for the game-winning touchdown. But that was the first touchdown they scored. They get the thing rolling. And for Tennessee, their defense woke up. Their defense saved them in that game. Andy Reid, you know, Zach could tell you. Andy Reid was with the Philadelphia Eagles. Remember the Eagles went to the fucking NFC Championship like 4 times in a row, and they lost 3 of them. And finally, on that 4th time, they finally went to the Super Bowl. Like Andy Reid, his track record in the playoffs not that good. It's not that good. And I do got to give Marcus Peters, an Oakland native, a little kudos points because he had a good sense of humor. Because he was running down. And it was like, Marcus Peter, let's go. He's like, go where? In the home? That shit was funny when he said that. But, you know, hey, Tennessee, they're about to have reality smacked in their ass. Yeah. Reality is going to come down on hard when they have to go to Foxborough and play them in play New England out there in the cold. Mm-hmm. And then Jacksonville think they got something going on. And they're about to get smacked by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mm-hmm. I think Duval and Snoop got a bet going on.
$1,000 and 20 push-ups.
It's gonna be funny seeing one of them skinny niggas doing push-ups.
Right.
Hey,
but I think in the regular,
Snoop can do the push-ups. It's a little Duval I'm worried about.
I think in the regular season, Jacksonville did get them.
Yeah,
Jacksonville has a good defense. It's their offense is that's suspect. And then, but the only team I kind of want to see go to the Super Bowl is the Minnesota Vikings. The reason why I want the Minnesota Vikings to do it because the Super Bowl is in Minnesota. So if Minnesota, I want them to host the Super Bowl. That's never been done, and they have a good chance of doing it because their defense is fucking nasty. Minnesota's defense is fucking elite, like for real. So they have a chance. Well, we got to see if they could beat who they play. Because the Eagles and Falcons are playing. Oh, shit, the Saints. That's going to be tough. At least LA got to have a football playoff game.
Yeah,
the Rams,
I almost thought they was going to beat Atlanta.
Nah, they're too young. They're not ready yet.
I mean, you know, just watching the game, the momentum and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, if I don't know.
And
the universe.
And speaking of Atlanta, what's up with the Peach State, man? When it comes when it comes
to holding leads?
Yeah, holding leads in big games, in the big stage, on national television. Niggas up by 18, 28, 25 points in the half. Just to... Hey, anybody who listening from the great state of Georgia, all I'm saying is facts.
I just want to say,
Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the play of the field. I'm just reporting what I saw and giving my opinion. Y'all niggas need to hold the lead.
I'm saying I'm sorry. Not apologize for how I feel and what I say, but how you felt when you saw those those ending scores.
And I was rooting for Georgia. I wanted Georgia to do it until the Hawaiian boy from Alabama, the true freshman, took over that game. And Jalen Hurts, you're no longer the starting QB of Alabama anymore. You lost your job forever. You lost your job forever to a true freshman who showed you how to win a football game.
Not just any football game. The
football game for college. You better think about a different position or something or transfer, my nigga.
Different career, nigga. Focus on your major.
You so dumb. You were so dumb.
Damn it, man. What's another one? Oh, back to football. Jon Gruden, Chucky. I just watched the press conference. Everybody's excited. I saw Shotty. He was putting on his shout out to Shotty. He put it on his Snapchat. He's all excited about Jon Gruden coming back. I got a little excited too because he's a quarterback guy. So if that helps out, that make Derek Carr better. And that's what we need. We need Derek Carr to be fucking elite, to be proud, stick my chest out.
Yeah.
So I hope
Chucky got the glow. So
I hope Chucky can do that. Everybody looked happy. Charles Woodson was there. All the Raider alums were there. The media, even Jerry Rice showed up.
Wow.
And Jerry Rice is the original Niner.
Nigga.
And Jerry Rice was there. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, niggas was excited. I'm like, all right. Have you seen Jon Gruden's son, Deuce?
Nah.
He's a swole ass little dude, man.
Swole ass little dude.
He is, man. He's fucking
little ball of muscle.
Dude, he's fucking swole, man. Go Google Deuce Gruden. That motherfucker swole as shit. He was like
a Geodude from Pokemon.
He was the Redskins strength and conditioning coach when his uncle Jay Gruden was coaching the Redskins.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so he doing powerlifting. I'm like, God dang, the motherfucking got little man syndrome, man. Hella small but fucking stocky and swollen shit. So shout out to Deuce and Chucky. Gruden's always got
any nigga named Deuce sounds swole.
Deuce, nigga.
Big Deuce.
What's up, Big Deuce? White dude named Deuce. That's kind of dope, though. Not as dope as being called Jamal. Oh, man. Another loose end subject. Floyd Mayweather calls out Oscar De La Hoya. They've been having their back and forth for plenty of years, from giving each other shade after their fight, years and years and after. And Floyd Mayweather just said, hey, man, if you want to do it, run it back. Run it back.
You want to get back in the ring, huh?
Just run it back. I will watch it. I will watch
Me too.
I will watch that fight. I'll watch it. Run it back, Oscar. If you really hate Floyd that bad,
I want to see them.
Floyd is giving you the floor like, hey, run it.
Don't fight McGregor. Fight me. I've been boxing for years.
And then last but not least, Eminem lashed out on Joe Budden.
Yep, he responded.
He responded pretty hard, too. I would play a clip, but I ain't trying to get copyright people coming down on us. So y'all just gonna have to go listen to that remix to Chlor Septic with 2 Chainz and the other fella in there. But anyway, I was thinking about that. I was talking about that because of Yes Men. And the fact that Joe Budden, when he stated his, I guess he wasn't feeling the new album.
Yeah. And this
Eminem.
was on this was before he left Everyday Struggle though, right?
Yeah, when he was on Everyday Struggle. Yeah, before he left Everyday Struggle. Basically, he was just being a media person. He was being an analyst and critiquing an album. And he just said, I wasn't really looking forward to it. And a lot of people thought Walk on Water was trash. I would say Walk on Water is trash too. It was a radio hit. It got, he got the charts going up because he's Eminem. But like for my ears, Walk on Water was just,
Yeah, well, it wasn't a hot song.
Yeah.
But I understood why he did the song. It wasn't supposed to be a hot song anyway.
Yeah. So,
he was just trying to make a point with the song and speak on something. But whatever, man. Like, for me, I think it's more of how he says it versus what he was talking about. Like, if he said he just simply wasn't feeling the song, versus calling it trash.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. Joe Budden is signed to Shady.
Yeah, and the way he approached it was kind of like getting ready to hop in a double dutch session. Like, I ain't gonna speak on Eminem,
but at times he do get hesitant on critiquing Eminem. Yeah, so it's like, he's very blunt, very honest, and at the same time he try to double dutch. You know what I mean? Try to double dutch into like fully criticizing Eminem, and he gets burned for it anyway. So I wonder how this is going to happen. If Joe Budden's going to respond. Him and Bizarre already had a back and forth on Twitter about, about like, I'll beat you up, nigga, I'll beat your ass, all that type of bullshit.
I think Joe going to respond on the podcast, not on
Wax. So his podcast drops Wednesday. So I'll be looking forward to listening to that. Yes, I'm a podcast fiend. So, not only I consume content, I produce it too with my friends.
with my friends.
So yeah. But yeah,
because I get, he was being honest. He wasn't feeling the song.
Yeah,
called it trash.
Shit, like, I mean, even ask my friends, if you guys, like, if I said something or did something, let me know it's fucking trash so I can get better. Shit.
I mean, for me, don't call it trash.
Yeah. Like, hey,
if you wasn't feeling it, you wasn't feeling it.
I'm not feeling it.
I mean, if it's whack, it's whack. But don't be like, nigga, that shit was trash.
That shit was so
you
fucking
suck.
Garbage. What the fuck were you thinking?
Little struggle ass boards, nigga. What the fuck was that?
That shit was weak.
Nigga, and from a scale of Verizon to Metro PCS, nigga, that was Metro. That was Boost Mobile, nigga.
Right. You say, nigga, that was Cricket, nigga.
That was Cricket. You so
shit.
dumb.
Well, that's better.
So if someone were to be like, man, you could do better than that, is that kind of like a diss, or you take that as constructive criticism?
I take that as constructive criticism. Because if you know that I can do better, then yes, then I might as well go back to the drawing board.
That's telling you, like, somebody telling you you're capable of doing better than what that is, versus saying, give it up. Give it up, nigga. You suck. That's fuck your dreams.
That's equivalent to trash. Yes, I agree.
When that shit trash, it's like,
what do you do for a living? Stick to that.
Right.
Oh, that's what friends are for.
In Eminem's case, what do you do for a living? Stop doing that.
Stop doing you so
if it's
dumb.
trash. If it's trash.
You so dumb.
So man, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Like,
so
revival? More like retire.
You
No.
Damn. Revival, more like survival, nigga. You struggling out here.
Stupid, you guys.
But to Eminem's defense, he did body that remix though.
Yeah.
He did body that remix. So Eminem still got it in the tank. It's just that I don't think Eminem's fans, I don't think Eminem's music aged well. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it did. It's just his track record isn't like as super successful when you compare it to like Jay, Nas. I think even DMX.
I maybe say aged gracefully, because I think Jay-Z's music career aged gracefully. Jay-Z never been like the number one guy. He always been like the number 2 or number 3 for a consistent year. You know what I mean? Like he's always been.
He's been the most consistent as far as staying up there.
Yeah, staying out there. He's never been the guy. You know, everybody had their moment. Like DMX had his moment, Eminem had his moment, and then, this other person. But Jay-Z was always like top 5, top 3, just teetering, just being consistent.
Yeah, I would say he's stuck with top 3. Me, for the most part, I would say, personal opinion.
Drake and then Lil Wayne, but Jay-Z was always there. You know,
because like everybody praises Eminem for his lyrical ability, but I'm like, but his songs, man. I never was like, he has this many classic albums. Because for me, I was skipping a lot of his songs. Sorry, Eminem. And
speaking of lyricism, what do you think about what Lupe said about Kendrick? He said he don't believe Kendrick is like one of the top lyricists out there. I mean, he may have his point.
I mean, if he's talking about of all time, that's debatable. Yeah. But today he's one of the top lyricists to me.
And he shut down that halftime show in the national championship. That's weird. You had Donald Trump and Kendrick Lamar in the same city, same time.
I do want to give Lupe Fiasco some kudos because Mos Def was online woofing about battling somebody, and Lupe was like, "I'll battle you." And
That's
Mos
tight.
backed up. He backed the fuck out quick.
No, you didn't.
This is a while ago. Yes,
The
He
Mighty
backed
Mos?
Mighty Mos turned
Yasmin
into Yaslin Bey and said, "Oh, peace, brother, peace." He want no smoke from Lupe.
Damn,
You
no
don't want
smoke
them
from
problems.
Cause
Lupe.
Lupe like, yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mos was like, Mos was less that day.
you don't want to battle a nigga who practiced with a samurai sword.
Oh yeah, yeah. He practicing his katas and shit. And
All that shit. But I think that was cuts it for the loose end subjects. I know we have a question of the night from Miss Nessa.
Yeah.
You're looking all tired, but how's your energies? I know you said you're feeling low. You feeling better?
I'm feeling a bit better. Still kind of teetering, but like I feel much better than I did last night and this morning. Yeah, my energy was just really low.
All right. So what's the question?
are we doing the NSA or are you just dropping a question on us?
It's not necessarily an NSA. It's a question, but it's just
Did you
making
still want your theme music?
You can for the listeners that enjoy it because it's fucking funny.
Damn, son, where do you find this? This is the Jiggers Up podcast with Nessa's Service Master.
Hey.
Hella
So
talking
rude.
in
She
the
talking in the background.
The whole time. I didn't even know.
So rude ass.
Right. Shut your ass up. No, man.
Trying
I
to
was
do your
sleeping.
beat.
I felt like I was sleeping through half of it because I didn't even know you guys were doing that.
Oh yeah.
That's why I was like, I was talking.
Yeah, you were standing up actually, like by, away from the table.
The whole conversation and shit. The who? I have no idea. All right, y'all. This is not necessarily an NSA, but it is still brought to you by Miss Nessa. Last episode I was talking more so about like self-love and goals and stuff for 2018. So I just have a question for you guys. It's not necessarily about relationships or nothing. It's more so for you guys. Do you guys... Okay, here's my question of the night. Do you believe in having a purpose in life? And if so, do you have... Or do you know what yours is? Or do you feel like you're still looking for that?
I believe that everyone should have a purpose, because a purposeless life is basically really no life at all. You're just living, you're existing and not really trying to leave your mark on this earth, because as human beings, we're all mortal. We're all going to die eventually. But what you leave behind, your legacy will live on. I know that sounds like cliche, but it's real. And it made me think about it from everything from like, what kind of impact do I want to leave on this earth? What kind of legacy I want to leave for, if I do have children and their grandchildren, great-grandchildren. Like, if that's the case, if I have kids, I want to be the start of it,
Yeah.
of like maybe my last name being, and mentioned high regards, just like everybody else. Like, no matter how you did it, kind of like, for instance, the Kennedys. The Kennedys were bootleggers. They were breaking the law. They were selling moonshine for the low, getting money. Saved up that money. What happened? Send their kids off to school. And then those kids don't have to commit crimes. They're politicians. They became a wealthy family. You know what I mean?
I mean, they
Like
still
how-
was doing crimes. They're politicians.
I mean, they're politicians.
Technically.
But it's money. They rinsed it.
Yeah.
They rinsed it in a sense. Kind of like the Bushes. Of course, eventually they said, word has it, allegedly, the great-great-grandfather of the Bushes was a Nazi bank account or something like that. He was like a double crossing and shit like that. And he took the money from the Nazi banks or whatever, funneled it into America. Bushes ain't got to worry about anything. And I'm not just talking about financial too, but just like your legacy, like which impact you left on the world. Did you inspire other people to be great as well? not just for you know, basically, yeah. Who do you inspire? What other great people did you create from your mark on the world? Did you create more leaders? Did you teach something? Well, what would you go down as the books? You know, the history books, shit like that. I think about that at times.
So with that being said, do you believe that you are serving your purpose, and what is your purpose?
Well, right now, I believe my purpose is just to be maybe the first in my family to set a new trend. You know, usually as black people, we're told to go to school, get a good job, get a good education, get a good job. But, you know, we're in a country that never gave a fuck about us in the first place. We were never, you know, asked to come down here as immigrants. We were forced down here. And then now, since that, we had a fight for civil rights. Think about it. We had a fight for civil rights. And, you know, they're like, oh, well, shit, you guys could do this now. Oh, shit, and you guys are complaining. You know, like, they never give a fuck about you. None of these companies never have and never will. So what do you have to do? You have to create your own independence that you don't have to depend on anybody. And that's the thing. I've been inspired by some of these conscious people, some of these financially literate people. Some, you know, I get inspired too. And it made me wake up and it's like, okay, yeah, like these motherfuckers don't give a fuck about me. My job could probably say, oh, we're laying off workers. You know what I mean? In the blink of an eye. And I got to, you know, fend for myself. And, you know, I think and freedom ain't free. So it's going to come at a price. It's going to come at a price for me. Striving to create a legacy for my grandchildren in the future. It's gonna come like, well, your father your granddaddy had to put a lot of work for you to live this way, for you not to worry about, you know, certain things that most people have to worry about on a day-to-day basis. So, I mean, I don't know necessarily what my purpose is, but I know I'll have to find it in the moment right now. I'm just going to improve myself, and hopefully I inspire others while I'm doing it in my journey.
Nice. And you, Mark?
Do I believe that everyone has a purpose in life? Yes, I do. Ties into my religious beliefs. Do I know what my purpose is? No. Right now, my purpose is to find that purpose. I do think a lot about it though, like how big is the purpose for each individual? Like, is there different, you know, volumes or if there's a different magnitude of a purpose, or is there just multiple purposes in our life? Like, as far as like the small things, as far as being there for your friends type of purpose, like voice of reason. It's a bunch of stuff that I break down in my head, but yeah, I do believe that we have a purpose in life, and as far as for me, I haven't figured it out, but I'm here, so I'm trying to make it, trying to figure it out, so I know what to do from there. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that though. So,
well, with me, I mean, it's pretty general, but I believe that I found my purpose. What was it, like four years ago? And it's basically just inspire and like motivate people. And although that sounds like general, which it is, I just feel like that's kind of been my thing. Cause okay. And this kind of brought me back. Cause when I was speaking to Natalie, last week, we were having a conversation. It was random. She hit me up and she was just like, have you ever thought about becoming a teacher? And I was like, it's weird that you mentioned that, because when I was younger, you know, people were like, what do you want to be when you grow up? People were like, oh, I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a policeman. I want to be, you know, I was always like, I want to be a teacher. And when I got a little older, I never ever would expect that I would work with children. First of all, like that was just kind of like the farthest thing from my mind. And then after that, I ended up working at my job that I'm still at, about to be 11 years next month, where I work at a youth child and youth program through the military. But even though we're not certified teachers, we teach, and it's not just helping them with their homework, but we actually have to implement clubs that we either have. Well, there's some that we have to actually follow, like curriculums that are required, and there's also clubs that we enjoy, in things that hobbies and stuff that we enjoy doing, and then we have to create a club and invite the kids to be a part of it and teach them that. Excuse me. So, so I learned a lot working at that job. And then within that, I coached basketball for 3 years. So when she had asked me that, have you ever thought about teaching? My dumb ass. I'm like, oh, my response was, I teach every day, B, because my ass is fucking stupid. But she was like, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. So I was like, okay. I was like, yeah. I was like, it's weird because, like I said, when I was younger, I said that, but I never really thought about it. But technically, I feel like that's kind of what I'm doing. Even though I'm not in one classroom, a teacher, teaching one subject to entire class, I'm still teaching, if that makes sense. So,
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's weird how that happened. And I never thought about it until she randomly asked me that one day. And then she proceeded to tell me, like, what I need to do in order to become a teacher if I want to, and the tests I have to take and all that. But anyways, I say all that to say this. I just feel like that was my purpose, is just to do what I enjoy doing and, like, I don't know, spread what I know. I'm not a guru on anything. Like, even with fitness, like, yeah, I love going to the gym. I've been an athlete, in the past, but what actually got me into gym is getting out of a bad breakup, but kind of, my ex told me I was fat. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, so I lost weight and I just been in the gym ever since, and, just doing my little posts. And at one point in time, I was doing a bunch of videos, especially with yoga, and when I was doing my little yoga journey, which I do need to get back on, and just people, like, hitting me on my DMs, both men and women, and just letting me know, like, oh, you inspire me, this and that. I have one of the girls that I went to Bali with, like, she's been kind of like asking me questions about fitness here and there, but she had hit me up the other day and she was like, I'm ready. I was like, for what? And she was just like, I'm ready to do this. She sent me a picture of a bunch of leggings. Like, she bought a whole bunch of leggings to start off with, and then every day she's been hitting me up, like, and she's like, I'm just using you for accountability. She's been sending me pictures of, her meal prep and, this and that. And she lives in New York. So, like, it's fucking, snowing, it's cold. And, so it's kind of hard, like, to get to the gym and stuff. But she took a picture of Planet Fitness, she's like, look where I'm at, so it's just a lot. Like, it's crazy that I don't feel like I'm that big of a person, but people,
you never know who's watching.
You never know who's watching. Exactly.
I told you I asked this a long time ago.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's different. Okay, I know
different.
It sounds bad. It sounds bad, but it's like, it's not,
because you're used to us. Now
yeah,
you're here
and
for
it's like
someone
we're
that you
friends.
really don't know.
Yeah,
and it has a whole little more different weight to it.
When a person,
I get it. I get what you said.
Hear me out. When a person is
listening.
trying to find their purpose, one of the things you try to look at yourself is the traits you have, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I tend to observe things about people, and I'm normally right.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I said about you is, because you how you say you like to inspire people and stuff.
Yeah.
I did say one time, you could be a teacher or something. And I also said you could be a personal trainer, nigga.
I know.
You should be getting a check from this type of shit.
I know, and I do it for free, huh?
Like, when you say,
Times are hard, man.
when you're younger,
know.
talking about how you wanted to be a teacher, it doesn't mean it has to be in the classroom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, teachers hold their students accountable. Personal trainers hold the
clients accountable.
Hold their clients accountable.
Mm-hmm.
You did coaching. They hold you hold your players accountable. You teach them how to play the game of ball, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing you do in the classes. Like, y'all put together a program, and then you teach these kids how to do them. You've pretty much been a teacher.
I know.
You're a teacher right now.
The cutest thing ever.
You just need to get some checks, though.
I know, and I guess that's me trying to really, really know my worth. And it's like, yeah, I say it, but do I really? Because people say that, they're like, oh yeah, I mean, it's nice to help people out, but there are people that will pay, for you to do this stuff, but you're doing it for free. But then you're over here like, oh, I got to drive all these hours to make up for the money that I'm not making from work because I'm only doing part-time. It's like, but you could make it so much easier because it's doing something you love doing and getting money.
If you look at all these fitness personalities that you follow, you went to the fitness expo, you fit the description. What I mean by that is, you post your journey and stuff, and people follow it.
You document it.
And you like to take like pictures, nice pictures, right? So let's tie that into if you wanted to sell some merchandise of your own. You can model it yourself. Yeah, or you can be sponsored by a company, that produces like the pre-workout or something, or eventually get your own pre-workout. Like all this shit I saw.
Talking about the tummy teas.
Yeah, I saw all of this shit when I first told you I thought you could be like a fitness.
Okay. So I thought about it because someone has asked, being asked that a lot. The reason why I don't want to go into personal training, not saying that I can't, it's just the patience and all that, because it's something that I enjoy doing. I feel like I want it to be something I still enjoy doing it, but if once it becomes a job and having to deal with other people's schedules and their sketchiness, I think that's what would irritate me and take the passion away from it. So that's
well, look at it this way. Like, maybe you can do something to where you just give them a workout plan and stuff, kind of like how you doing, oh girl. It doesn't have to be up close and personal. Yeah, a lot of these fitness people do it through email and video chats.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of personalities out there. Like, that's how I found my trainer. Found him on Instagram. Found him being a personality on there, and I was like, all right, let me try the brother out. You know what I mean? Give him a shot. It was cool building a good client trainer relationship, and that's the thing. You just gotta go out there, put yourself out there.
You got it. Like, I'll be watching you on your Snap or something, the way you talk and document your journeys and stuff. Yeah, people gravitate towards you, so why not just do everything you're comfortable with within it? You don't have to like do it the conventional way. Yeah, it's not against the law to just do how you want to do it. So, only thing is,
like I said, you never know who's watching.
Only thing is, you probably got to get a certificate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do all that. Yeah. Get licensed in it, whatever. However that works.
I agree. That's something to really look into.
Yeah, just another.
That's just one of the many things.
It's just another income, another way for you to just, make things happen.
You can do that shit from home.
Because a lot of them do.
Yep.
From home.
That's real. Because one of the fitness people I follow, her name's Noelle. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but already twice. Like, one was recently, and then another one was a few years ago. Like, she'll put together like a 4-week plan, and then it's like, oh, only $15, I'll email you the workout for every day, and then she has videos attached to it, and it's just like, she's not like, I've never met her face to face, but I'm doing these challenges with her, and $15, like, if something that she put together, little like workouts and shit.
Because it's so funny how people say like, I always want freedom, I want this. I say freedom ain't free. Because like, when you have too much freedom, there's tyranny in that, because you don't know what to do. It's chaos when you have too much freedom. So that's why I said I needed a trainer. That's why, you paid $15 to get some kind of structure. Yeah. What to work out, because it gives you an idea like, okay, today is this day. The next day is that day, day. Because if you go to the gym all the time with no plan, you're going to aimlessly just do nothing or just have like skinny ass legs because everybody's doing upper body exercise.
Unless you one of those quote unquote scientific motherfuckers where you go through trial and error and write everything down.
Yeah, most people aren't built like that. Yeah. So that's why the fitness industry is always gonna be there.
That's why I follow people like the Bar Stars company, like, they're all street workout and
calisthenics.
That's all I'm doing this weekend is plyo and calisthenics.
Right.
They
I mean, this week. Sorry. not
Calisthenics get you right. You saw how I was
that's why I
dipping.
said my chest
You saw how I was
hurts.
dipping.
I don't know why the fuck my chest hurt. Like, what the fuck? I was supposed to do dips today.
You
I
saw
didn't go
my
to the gym,
Superman dips.
I
as
know,
she
I
called
was
them.
And they
fuck, I was
still
like,
sell.
Superman.
They still sell DVDs.
That's
Yeah.
pretty as fuck. Hey,
selling
get in where you
DVDs.
fit it.
But man, any shout outs or parting words? Oh yeah, thanks for sharing this.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. Oh, me?
No, just for
yeah,
anybody.
Go ahead. You first.
Shout out to Monica.
Of course.
Of course. Shout out to this rain that's been going down, flooding the streets. When I was working last night.
Making this grass green.
Yeah, when I was working last night, I stood outside. Like outside the hotel.
While it was raining.
While it was
and
raining.
You busted the Ray J. And
Nah, I didn't
if
bust no
I
Ray
had
J.
one wish.
I ain't bust no Ray J, no Bow Wow, none of that
No
shit.
Usher, nothing.
No Usher.
No Diddy.
I didn't
The
have
Diddy
it.
dancing in the rain.
I didn't have it bad, and I ain't missing nobody. 112 wasn't singing by a candle and shit for me and shit. But I did like those moves that he had in the video.
You're still.
No, but yeah, like I don't know. I enjoy the shit out the rain. Shout outs to the rain, damn it. I'm shouting out some
I like
weather.
the rain when I'm booed up. Other than that,
I was by myself at work.
I could imagine myself looking out the window all by myself because my ass is by myself.
Put your little playlist together,
How long you gonna keep checking
Get that
into the
warm
Petey Pot
blanket.
Hotel? I think you overstayed your welcome.
Right.
It's time to check out.
Shit, I need a reason to check out.
Yeah, you yourself, your purpose, nigga. Check out the Petey Pot Hotel. You only have a 2-day stay in there. Get the fuck out.
2 day.
You get 2 days stay.
Whatever.
Hey, just being a friend. Just letting you know. You have a 2-day stay. To overstay, you're welcome.
For me, shout out to Will from Hard Times Radio. He had invited me to his podcast on Saturday and actually had me low-key host it, which was weird because I leave that to Marco. I just usually sit back and do my thing. But yeah,
You host your own segment, that count.
Yeah, but
See?
not starting it off and doing all that. Like I was just like, what the fuck?
So over there, you was like, all right.
Yeah. Welcome back to the place. Where, no, I'm just like people were like, what the
Welcome
fuck?
back to the,
Right.
Look at that corny ass shit.
what's this place called again?
what is this place called again? No, so he had last week he had an episode and it was called Guys Night Out. So basically they went in on just topics on relationships and females and this, that, and the other. Then this past weekend he left it to the ladies and it was called Ladies Night. So it was myself, Sheena, and one of his friends. So it was us three. There were supposed to be actually more girls, and Sheena actually wasn't supposed to be there. She was just going to come for support. But since the other girls weren't able to make it, I was like, bitch, come on, help me out. So she was like, she wasn't going to do it, but yeah, we talked her into it. So it was us three. Because I feel like it's a little bit better when you have that third person, you know what I mean? As opposed to just two going back and forth. And that's actually what we said, so that's why
Two
she
people
finally
going
gave
back
in.
and forth works if there's opposing views.
Yeah.
3 people makes it more alluring as if it's a conversation that they feel they could join in. That's what I figured.
Yeah,
that's
I agree. So that was fun and interesting. I felt bad because I had to leave in the middle of the show, but that wasn't my fault. I actually was like early for the first time ever, but they started
time.
late. They started tonight. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's progress.
You be on time.
I'm starting.
Yeah.
Even with work too.
Turning over
No,
a
you
new
be on time.
I am.
You be on time.
Today was my first time that I was late since this year started.
Oh my gosh.
That's real. I told y'all. I'm gonna keep it real. I got written up for the first time ever, for being late all the time, and since then I had a. Time management is really, really key, and it's really hard for me. Like everybody that knows me, Nessa's late. She's always gonna be late, and that's just my thing. But I don't do it on purpose.
When that happened, did that switch up your purpose?
Switch up my purpose?
You have a new purpose being on time.
It actually feels good being on time. Like actually being early. I haven't been on time. I've been early, and then I get to sit there and like, You know how people is like running in to clock in? Like I get
Yeah.
to sit in front of the clock. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, okay, I'm gonna clock in now.
That's that Orlando Jones
That shit feels good.
from Drumline.
But yeah, so shout out to him for allowing me to do that. And they're gonna have another one where it's supposed to be Battle of the Sexes. So that should be interesting.
Where can we listen to the episode?
He's when he uploads it, I'll post it
Okay.
so that you guys can listen
Check
to
it out. Listen to it.
And then also shout out to her name is Masi. Well, that's her nickname, Masi Ari. I can't fucking say her last name. Arias. I guess that's how you say it. Excuse me for murdering your name, but formerly known as Manco Fit. I don't know if you guys know her.
Yeah, she was on Trey Songz video.
Yes, so that's what I was gonna say to those that don't know. Unana, the workout video.
Yeah, where he squatted, Rosa.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I said,
that video.
that
video.
bike. No, but she's such a fucking dope person, and I don't know if you guys seen, like, I had her on Snap, and she's so down to earth, and it was so cute. So we rolled up, it was Sheena, myself, and then Natasha. Natasha, and the first thing she said to us was like, "Oh my gosh, I love you guys." She's like, "You guys are so beautiful. I love my people." That's exactly what she said. And she was like, what are you guys? What are you guys? And then Sheena was like, "Oh, I'm Black and Puerto Rican." And then she's like, "Oh," and she, pointing to me, she says she's Black and Asian. She's like, "Oh, you're Blasian?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "Oh, and she's Black." Natasha was Black. She's like, "I love all my."
Hold on. What does that mean?
Well, I know that sounds bad, but it was just like, because
Black.
She was like, no, she's black, because she was like, oh, she's black, like, it's like black in this, black in that, she's black, so it wasn't like a bad thing, but it sounded bad.
It's all good, Tasha.
Yes.
You ain't got to be mixed to be beautiful out in this world.
This is the way she's black.
Trying to make it feel like regular schmegular.
I'm trying to be all extra shit like the woke black people. What do you mean?
Ah, hell, I knew that was gonna come too. But she was just like, oh, she just had a like quick little conversation with us, and we were talking about just fitness, because if you seen her 4-pack, or it was a 4-pack or 6-pack,
Her abs.
stomach, her abs was so fucking dope, and she just had a baby, and her snapback was just so dope.
She didn't push it out. She flexed it out.
That's real.
She flexed her abs and the baby slid out.
You so dumb. I fucking hate you. No, but shout out to her and the LA Fitspell. This is my second year going. Anaheim's having one again soon. And I don't know if this is the first one ever, because I don't ever recall hearing about it. I don't know if you guys have, but San Diego's having one in October 27th and 28th. So I'm definitely going to that. You guys should come.
You should have taken a picture with if you would have saw her, Kima Russo. Kima. She was there.
Which day?
All weekend.
She was out. The shit from last year to this year was a huge difference.
Nigga, I was shitty after Complex Con. I'm like, niggas, he was right there. I'm looking at all the Complex Con pictures. I'm like, fuck, I was just right there.
Yeah.
Did you see my bag?
I didn't really feel bad, even though all the other people was there. We ain't see it.
Did you see my fucking bag? Sheena's bag broke. My shit was on the verge of breaking. Tasha's shit was about to break. Like, That's much tight. Free shit. Like, and I got this free one. Some of the stuff.
Did you get two of those? Did you get a black one, black cap one?
No.
Or blue cap?
Y'all doing jump squats for like bottles, right?
That one was for a jug, for a water jug.
But jump squats for jugs.
Shit, for real. One of the things I did fucking push-ups to get Sheena a fucking shirt. Like, I was
swag.
I was doing
Y'all niggas
challenges.
had to earn them shit.
Hold up. Shout out to Sheena for fucking putting you on blast.
That bitch, yep.
For taking pictures with the Fit Martian.
Yeah.
Oh, called you.
Because I follow him too. So when I saw, I was like, oh shit, she follows him too.
Yeah.
Sheena was like, yo, thirsty ass. While I recorded the video of him and her.
And of course, I didn't know, because I'm sitting here posing for a
dying
damn
laughing when she said
and
it.
That's sitting there like,
oh shit, yes.
You want to know what's fucked up? Right before that, she saw a dude. I don't know. Apparently he's like he's affiliated with The Game, the rapper. But she was like, "Oh, okay, Shinez, can you take a picture of me?" She's like, "Oh, hi," hugging him. I didn't say no shit. I took her little cute pictures.
You should have thrown shade with
no,
shade.
Because no. That was before mine.
Oh,
So I
before
took that
yours?
shit before, and then mine literally was right
Fuck
after.
that.
I was like,
Fuck
this
that.
fucking
Nessa,
bitch.
wait.
No,
Isn't
this ain't no time.
notorious for doing shit like this though?
This ain't no
Yeah.
time. This ain't no time to be no fucking Michelle Obama on this. When she go low, I go high. No, you better take it to the floor with her right now.
Meet her in the
that
basement.
shit. Meet her in the basement in the catacombs, my nigga.
catacombs.
And build those bricks up like masons, nigga. It's time to take it low.
The catacombs. Bring them
Nah.
skeletons up.
I got
Gotta
something for
do
her
it.
next time. That shit. I
That shit was
still didn't
hilarious.
even hear the shit until
Shout
I
out
saw
to you,
the
Sheena.
snap later. I saw her recording and was talking, but I didn't know what she was saying until later on when I checked
Her little
it.
thirsty ass. I was like, yo.
I was sitting there
he's
smiling
right
too.
there.
I was smiling.
I
I'm
know,
like-
and I know, dude heard it. I know he heard
He
it.
was dying laughing when she said. He was like, what?
Like he's
Like, he's
thirsty.
right there.
It's like
dude.
she's thirsty. All right.
And you
She-
know, but
she-
you know why she said that? Because you know how I'm really big on laws of attraction, universe, and all that. So I saw him earlier, and I was like, "Oh my god, I think that's him, guys." But then we were standing in line to go talk to Masi.
Mm-hmm.
So then when I came back, he was gone. So this is us about to be finished. We're about to be done. We were tired. Our bags were fucking heavy. We had to sit in traffic. We're like, nah, let's go. And then I was like, okay. And so I start walking the opposite way. They're like, where are you going? I was like, I just want to see if he's there. I want to take a picture. And I'm not really like fan struck like that. I've never been. But it's just weird because I'm like, dude, like I follow him. And we like each other's pictures. Not like that. Not like that. Not like that. But I was just like, oh, it's cool to see somebody that, you know what I mean?
No
in
judgment
person.
here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hey,
This is
you're
good.
single. You could do whatever
This
the
is
fuck
true.
you want.
This is true.
You can cuddle just in that nigga's arm. He's
you
big. His
see-
arm's big enough. Like,
So what I said before that, and I promise you, I put that. You can even ask the girls. I was just like, well, I just want to see if I see him out. I was like, if I don't get to see him, I was like, it just wasn't meant to be. I promise you. As soon as I said that, she knows like, there go his ass right there. I said, where? Right there. And that's why
And the Lord made it
she
so.
said that shit. Oh, Thursday, we had to look for this motherfucker.
and the
I said,
good
"This
Lord
bitch."
made it so.
Oh,
Did you
Oh,
thank
yeah.
him before you went to bed that
You
night?
stupid.
And she's telling how my vibes are low. Hey, the laws of
That's
attraction
today.
listening.
Yeah, they are.
Did
You
you
saw
get
my
them-
post
did
on
you
on
shoot your
Facebook?
shot?
No.
Why not?
Why you say
For
it like
what?
that? What do you mean for what?
I ain't gonna shoot my shot, motherfuckers live in Arizona.
Nigga, please. Your ass be out there every other day.
Exactly. Hold the up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't
I'm thinking she
listen to
finna say
them.
Alaska or some
Don't
shit.
listen to them.
This motherfucker said Arizona.
As a matter of fact, Arizona is our second largest market outside of California. So I know people in Arizona listen to this podcast.
Shit,
So
he probably listening.
To be honest, I was supposed to go to Arizona this weekend, but the way my
See?
funds are set up, I'm trying to drive. Nope, I'm just gonna drive
I'm
and
gonna
make
push
money.
her down, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as this podcast ends.
Leave me alone. That's
anyway,
it. That's it.
I like how we end on the high
Since
note.
y'all
like
liking
that.
each other pictures and shit, why don't you slide in those DMs?
Nah.
Like
You
the
know.
rest of these motherfuckers.
It ain't gonna hurt, but you know what ain't gonna hurt? Liking us on Facebook.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Leave us a review on the Facebook page. Also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at JiggersUpPod. And send your listener letters because we want to read your letters
Yes, come on,
and
guys.
give us feedback. And we could talk about your life just like we
Yeah.
do like everyone else's.
Yep.
We will give you anonymous names or fake, anonymous or fictional names so your identity won't be revealed.
Shit, you can choose a name if you want.
Right.
Yep.
But be careful if you share that name with a friend, they're gonna know who it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? But anyway,
Just
I
don't tell them
forgot.
that it's ugly.
Stupid. Don't give us no ugly names.
Don't give us no ugly names.
My
we gonna
my
call it out.
my shout out, I'll have to give two shout outs because it has to do with the Golden Globes. One, I want to give a shout out to Aziz Ansari for winning his award for best comedic actor for Masters of None. I love that. I love that Netflix series. And two, even though I haven't seen the show, but I want to give a shout out to Sterling K. Brown for winning a Golden Globe. He was the first black male actor to win it, and also his speech was on about the colorblind racism. You know how people say, "Oh, I'm colorblind. I don't see color." That is like another passive aggressive way of saying
All lives
being racist and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it was funny because when I thought about him talking about color blindness, I wonder if he read the new Jim Crow that came out in 2012. And the new Jim Crow was talking about, instead of color blindness, use color consciousness. Be aware there are other people out there. Be aware, okay, you may be Mexican, I'm black. okay, we could still work and live and get along together. I could still acknowledge you as being a Mexican person. You can acknowledge me being a black person. Like I can acknowledge that person being a white person, and we'd be all cool. You know what I mean? But that whole bullshit, like, oh, I don't see no color. Everybody's just stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. And that book, actually, the new Jim Crow has been banned in New Jersey in certain prisons. It's banned.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's crazy when you thought of how that just made me like think about it. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. Like they banning books now in prisons? Come on, man.
Wow.
You don't want niggas to wake up. That's what it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's value in books, folks.
Whoever banned it read it. Shit.
You're like, oh, they can't know this shit.
Yep.
They can't know this shit. Oh, man. Oh. Is that the...
Just in time.
Just in time.
That's to wrap it up.
Right?
That's to wrap it up.
For real.
Just like the Globes.
Yeah.
Like the acceptance
They start
speech.
playing the music.
Yeah.
I hated that shit.
You done? You finished?
What show was Sterling K. Brown in?
I think All of Us.
Yeah, this is us.
This is us.
Like
Yeah, I heard it's really good too.
Yeah, right.
Really good.
Me
Oh,
it's a tearjerker.
Nigga, I've been watching Black Mirror.
Yeah, me too.
Holy shit!
I heard a little bit about that.
I haven't started watching the new season. I'm still on season 3.
Oh, you're on season
Wait,
3?
how many seasons are there?
4.
4.
But there's like
I've
4
just heard of
episodes.
it.
Yeah,
There-
the first 2 seasons are like 4 episodes, and then
Yeah.
season 3 like 6, and then season 4 is when they have more.
Yeah, they're starting to grow. But the nigga, episode 1 is season 1.
This is Netflix?
Yes,
Yeah,
we'll talk about
that's
it.
old boy from Get Out. That one? Or,
Yeah. No, that wasn't the first episode, but he was in it. He was in it. He was in season 2. No, season 1. Damn, I can't remember. But he's in it. The guy who plays Chris in Get Out.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Get Out didn't even win a damn thing.
That's crazy.
That's fucked up. But anyway, if you enjoy listening to this podcast as much as we love making it, because we do what we love and love what we do, and if you're not being your motherfucking self, you know what I gotta say.
The jig is up.
And we out. Thank you for listening.
Oh wait, episode 1 is about